Ladies and gentlemen, so the amazing Lifton vegan logic made a video regarding nutrient density, and he claims that beef is not the most nutrient dense food on the planet. Let's show him where he went wrong. For starters, I would like to compliment Daniel for not trying to be tricky. He chose one of the best options for meat. Well done. I would also like to say that he is right, that per calorie, plant foods have more nutrients than animal foods. But that was never a question. I remember many years ago seeing posters such as this. Broccoli, per calorie, has more protein than meat. But of course, like Mr. LVL says, calories is not a good measure since no one would eat 10 kilos of food to get the nutrients that you need. So, when people talk about nutrient density, we are talking about per gram of food. Half of his video that compares the calories, we can skip, since we all agree that per calories, vegan food wins. Daniel makes a mistake here of comparing calories, again, not grams. As you can see, he adjusted the values so that all foods hit more or less 2000 calories. I think this was an oversight on his part, or maybe he just showed us the wrong data. We will not hold that over him, since the rest of the video is understandable, even with this mistake. In order to compare nutrient density, you have to use the same weight for both foods and not the same calories. Otherwise, you are comparing calories and not weight. Daniel then proceeds to mention that some vegan foods are also more nutrient dense than beef, even when it comes to grams. Unfortunately, he made a huge mistake from the start, which corrupts this whole video. An example of this is when he compares beef to impossible meat. And if we use his numbers, he does seem to be right, except not really. See if you can catch it. Before I give you the answer, let me show you something that does not seem logical. 100 grams of beef gives you a value of 36%. So, logically, if you eat 3 times that, you should get 100%, right? Nope. 300 grams of beef only gives you 52% of the nutrients. What's happening? Where did all the nutrients go? It's actually pretty logical. If you look at the micronutrients histidine, lysine, methionine, B12 and zinc, these are already maxed out. So it means that increasing the beef consumption will not increase the total nutrient score for the day, since the nutrients are at maximum. And if we go to 300 grams, again, many more are maxed out, which makes the total score not increase further. Look at how much of the meat LVL compares. 1 kilogram of beef will have plenty of nutrients not counting for the score since they are in excess. But what we are discussing is the nutrient density. So, what happens if we minimize the loss of nutrients in our calculations? If instead of 1 kilogram, we compare 100 grams, Mr. Daniel's argument starts to fall apart. Even his amazing impossible meat no longer compares. But 3 values do stand out: Cheerios, peanuts, and sunflower seeds. I can come here and tell you that Cheerios are fortified, but Daniel has an answer for that.
And I'm not going to hear out the cope of like, oh, it's fortified, it's this, it's that. Doesn't matter. It's still a food. It has nutrients per calorie and per gram, and those nutrients are higher than red meat.
Which I don't think he really believes it. Since the moment you are eating more than one ingredient, it's no longer a food. It can be food, but it's no longer a food. Otherwise, a bottle of multivitamins or a shake would surpass all foods. Look at the ingredients list for Cheerios, and you will see that it's more like a meal, not so much a food. If we consider Cheerios and impossible meat a food, why not compare it to a sandwich? You could put anything you want in it and easily get 100% of the nutrient value. But let's not ignore Cheerios, and even if we did, peanuts and sunflower seeds seems to score higher than beef. And you know, we can talk about the fact that fiber is being considered into the nutritional value when it shouldn't, or that bioavailability of seeds is almost non-existent, since your body cannot really digest them. We can also talk about anti-nutrients from plants such as phytic acid that impedes the absorption of nutrients, making these values very low. However, that is not the discussion, that's not the point of the debate. If we consider fiber a nutrient, and we ignore anti-nutrients impeding absorption, then we have to admit that no beef food on this website has more nutrients than these vegan foods. So yeah, liver is 48%, beating all other foods and with plenty of nutrients to spare, with a bioavailability of 100%, a DIAS of over 100%, and no anti-nutrients. Sorry vegans, beef is still king. Guys, this goes without saying, but please do not harass vegan channels or creators. We must rise above and show them that when they finally see the truth, they are welcome on our side. Let me know other nutritional arguments you would like me to discuss. Thank you very much for watching, guys. This has been very fun. Please, please, please like, subscribe, comment, help me with this algorithm. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you on the next one.